Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Planetary Creations. Today we're going to be doing the maned wolf. So first of all, we're going to get into the general information of the animal, then we're going to go over the build, and at the end there will be a montage for you guys to enjoy. So let's get right out there into the information of the maned wolf and then the build. So the maned wolf, or the Capuchin brachyurus, is a near threatened species in the wild, with a population in the wild of 17,000, found in the wood, grass and scrubland of Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay and Uruguay. The maned wolf, or Latin name, is a species of canine, named for the dark, thick mane running down the center of its neck to its shoulder blades. It has long, thin limbs and an overall lanky appearance. The maned wolf is covered in a red, shaggy fur on its body and short, black fur on its legs. Male and female maned wolves are similar in size and appearance, standing 73 cm to 95 cm tall at the shoulder. They are 95 cm to 115 cm long, with the tail adding another 30 centimeters to 40 centimeters, and weigh between 20 kilograms and 29 kilograms. The maned wolf is categorized as near threatened due to habitat destruction, persecution from farmers, sport hunting, and live capture. It is thought to have gone extinct in most, if not all, of its historic ranges in Uruguay. Suitable environments in their native range is often turned into agricultural land, and increasing urbanization means they are often killed on roads or catch diseases from domestic dogs. While it is a protected species across much of its range, the enforcement of this protection remains lacking. Conservation efforts revolve around raising awareness about vaccination rates in domestic dogs and road safety, as well as conducting research into maned wolf endocrinology in hopes of improving reproductive success. Natural habitat: South America in the regions of Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay and Argentina in the biomes tropical and grassland. Minimum habitat requirements for one adult is 930 square meters. They do not need climbing requirement, they do not need water requirement, and they do not need deep water requirement. They need a temperature requirement of a minimum of 10 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 42 degrees Celsius. They need a grade 2 fence that is higher than 3 meters long. Species data: social needs. In the wild, maned wolves live in mated pairs on large territories. Despite being a mated pair, the wolves remain distant from each other and mostly live independently. Reproduction: little is known about the mating and reproduction of maned wolves, and most of the information about their reproductive behavior stems from observation of captured individuals. A mated pair of an adult male and female lives in a territory of up to 30 square kilometers, but it is unknown how they court to establish a bond. It is likely that young wolves without a mate track each other via scent. Female maned wolves are induced ovulators, meaning they only release eggs when males are nearby. Maned wolves usually breed once a year, at which time the female will be fertile for up to 10 days and mate with her partner several times. After a pregnancy of 63 to 67 days, she will give birth to 1 to 6 cubs, but usually 2 or 3. The mother is mostly responsible for caring for the offspring, while the male may occasionally help feed the cubs. The pair mostly remains distant from each other, The female spends the first 4 weeks after birth nursing the cubs and only leaves their den for short periods to feed herself. After this period, she begins feeding regurgitated food to the cubs and starts weaning them. At 8 to 10 weeks old, cubs start eating solid food and accompanying their mother on foraging trips. Excuse me. Maned wolves reach sexual maturity at 1 year old, which is when they leave their mother but are unlikely to reproduce until at least 2 years old. In captivity, breeding maned wolves appear to be more successful than in the wild, and captive males seem to be more involved in raising their offspring than their wild counterparts. Okay, social. Group size excluding juveniles, 1 up to 2, up to 1 male, up to 1 female. Male batcher group size excluding juveniles, 1 up to 3. Female batcher group size excluding juveniles, 1 up to 3. Dominance, non-mating system, monogamous. Maturation rules, solitary, all mature offspring become outsiders. Relation with humans, confident. Guest interaction, guests flee from maned wolves. Just gonna take a drink for a second because my throat was hurting a little bit. Okay, averages. The average size for a male maned wolf and female maned wolf is both 90 centimeters tall at shoulder. The life expectancy for both a male and a female maned wolf is 14 years old, and the average weight for a female and male maned wolf is 23 kilograms. If you want to read the life cycle, pause the video right now and go ahead. Research status. Fun fact 1. The maned wolf has particularly long legs, which are an adaptation for hunting in long grass. Fun fact 2. Maned wolves have particularly strong smelling urine that is used for marking their territory. Fun fact 3. Despite its name, the maned wolf is not a true wolf. It is the only member of the genus Capuchin, which translates to golden dog from Greek. Fun fact 4. Maned wolves' cubs are black at birth, and their fur gradually changes to red as they age. Fun fact 5. Maned wolves are omnivores, and in the wild up to 90% of their diet are made up of the wolf apples, the fruit of a tree native to the Cerrado. In species enrichment, this is maybe one of the most interesting species to be enriched with. The maned wolf goes enrichable with a capybara and a giant anteater, and if you would look at the maned wolf itself, you would think that it would actually hunt on these animals, but it does not. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the build of this majestic animal. I think, honestly, before Planet Zoo, I did not really know anything about them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really honest here. I really didn't really know anything about a maned wolf. So, first things first, we're gonna check on the 2 adults, and then it's 1,240 square meters that we need. Next up, I'm gonna edit this barrier, and we're gonna raise it up to 3 meters, because they have big legs, long legs, and they could actually jump out of this. Alright, so since we did need a lot of space, or like a reasonable amount of space, this is what we're gonna try and check. How much is this? First of all, we're gonna get a habitat gate, and now we can actually check how big this is. 3,000, I thought so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut straight to this. Okay. 2,000, okay. 1,300. Okay. Perfect. Now, on terrain. Okay. Just put it away a little bit, that long grass, that I see what I'm doing on this here. Okay. Gonna put a little bit of water in here. Like that. Okay, and now that this is kind of established, I'm also gonna be putting up a little hilly section here, not too much, just a little bit, and then that should be decent enough on the terrain. Okay, next up we're actually gonna buy the main wolf. Alright. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna buy you. And then Pedrina. So we have Salomao and Pedrina. Pedrina is not that fertile. He is. Alright, let's get them into their habitats. There we go. And now we wait until they are in their enclosure. There they are. Okay. They need a hard shelter. They're a little bit short on land, which I understand because of this water. So we'll just dig this up a little bit. There we go. As they're a little bit short again. Alright, they're actually a little bit shorter. Okay. Ooh, someone is deceased. Okay, that's not good. Are you deceased? Injured. Ooh, okay, they're both gonna go to the vet. Okay. Just get him into the vet already. Alright, how are you doing on land now? 930. Oh, yeah, because one leaf left. Yeah. Okay. I can fix it. I can fix that. I can actually fix it. Okay. I like how it's just really staying in there. Okay. 1,500, perfect. Alright, now we're gonna get a hard shelter for them. Habitat. Hard shelters, species, main wolf. Okay, she's already back. Now he's gonna get taken away, and meanwhile I'm gonna be able to do this. Okay. So, shelters, since they're from South America, we can actually place a South American one down. However, I don't think that it fits that perfectly. I think placing something like this is actually going to be much better. So maybe we'll just place something like this and see how much they actually need of that. So okay, that looks decent. Now, how are you doing on hard shelter? 100%, but now all I need to know is with 2, so we're gonna wait until he's back. and then we're gonna be able to see everything else. Okay. Hard shelter, 95% should be perfect. So then what I'm gonna do is get a sleeping bed, a medium one. %, should be decent enough. Okay. So with that done, now he's already playing. Terrain is good, but now we're gonna have to do a little bit of changing here. The terrain needs to be a little bit different. Then also I'm gonna have to do this a little bit downwards here. I'll just get it in a little bit of water, but that's already not what I need. Just something like that. I think I actually swim a little bit in it whatsoever. Okay. Clean water. They're from the Amazon regions, so we'll just do the Amazon. Looks pretty cool to me. See, Amazon water. We'll get some bubbles in there, and we'll actually get some mist up there as well. There you go. That's the nicest Amazon water you're gonna find. So, you wanna look in it? That's how it looks. You know. It's got something to it. Don't know if I'm gonna keep the mist. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now, they have way too much soil, I know. I'm busy on it, I'm working on it. Okay. Less soil, less rock, less thing. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's a little bit of a lot. They need more grassy area like this, I guess. Okay, they're perfectly happy with that. Environment. Okay, let's go to nature, plants, continent, South or Central America, biomes, grassland, and tropical. And here we go. Brazil nut tree. Well, that's immediately gonna be a big one. Don't place too much, but okay. I do really like the look of this animal. Oh, why is everything floating over here? That's not okay. That's much better. This is also floating. I hope you like this video, guys, because I really took it like a lot of information and stuff about the animal in beforehand, and you know, still it's not a lot known about it, I feel like. So I do really like this one, but it's gonna be way too big. This means that you have VSC on, right? Well, either way, I don't know. Anyway, a tree fern is always nice as well. That was already one too much. Okay. 100. Okay, is this good enough on the plants? It feels a little bit empty, if you know what I mean. Rest, I think everything's pretty good. I mean, this one could go, that's more like desert vibes and grassland, but you know, I don't want to put too much desert vibes in here. Oh, tree fern, what was that again? Yeah, tropical. Let's put some more tree ferns then instead of the dome plan, I think it was. Okay, then we're gonna go over the enrichments. Food bamboo feeder. I don't know why they need a bamboo feeder, but okay. Dog ball. Fruit spike. Piñata pronghorn. And a piñata from a zebra. Boys, block of ice. We're gonna put that one in the water. Blood scent marker or maker. Bubble machine. Ooh, I want to place that on a good spot. Oh no! I want to keep my mountain. Cardboard box. Chew toy. Oh. Receptives. You can mate, but please have a receptive on. Because else, that's not gonna be good. Alright, a gift box. Place that on top of there. A large ball. Large snowball. We can put that in the water. Pre-scented thingy. Oh, that created like a raw, like a higher levitational thingy. But it's actually kind of alright. It's not that bad. It makes it look better. I'm actually gonna leave it. And then a sprinkler. Okay. Where can I place a sprinkler? I think, honestly, that might not be such a bad spot actually. Are they happy with the food? Food enrichment is okay. Toy enrichment is okay. Okay. Now let's check everything if everything is like accessible. That is accessible. They already used it. This one was already used, I think, as well. Oh, not used yet. Accessible. Should be accessible. Okay, I think everything should be decent here. Then I would say let's get into the montage already, because they do not like it too much. Trees and stuff, so I think this is pretty decent. On the building. Now the only thing that I do want to add is some rock based stuff. There's some tropical rocks. Oh, hold on. They can't jump out now, can they? Apparently they can't, okay, but they can actually get on the rocks. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let's just keep that in this corner over here. Just some rocks. Alright, okay. That's pretty much it done for this build, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed. Or maybe what I could also do is just look at facilities. Hold on. Not facilities, I need construction. Could maybe do some effects in here, maybe potentially. Where was it again? The waterfall. Okay, it doesn't really matter, but anyways. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, and then I hope you guys enjoy this one. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video about the maned wolf. It looks pretty easy build. It's nothing much special, but hey, if the animal likes it that way, then I'm not gonna be able then I'm not gonna intervene and do anything about it. If the animal wants it like this, then I'm happy to build some simplistic builds as well. And overall, I do think it looks very nice, and it's a very unique animal, the maned wolf. So on to the next video, where we will be taking on another South American animal, but more info in the videos itself. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.